Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforce's problem, Polycarp's practice. Before we start looking into the details of this problem, some examples related to this problem and the Java solution for this problem, I just want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people who are preparing for their Java J2 interviews and in their coding interviews. On my channel, you will find a lot of helpful videos that can help you in your Java interview preparation and in your coding interview preparation. You will find over 300 solved different varieties of problems which are coding questions previously asked by big tech companies such as Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many others, and those are selective problems in the sense that they constitute important coding questions varieties that generally appear during coding questions in interviews, such as breadth first search, depth first search, applied to matrix, graphs, binary search trees, problems related to dynamic programming, linked list strings, optimization problems using priority queues, problems related to data structures such as tree set, hash set, maps, and all these different kind of logical questions are also covered on this channel. So you will get really good practice when you are preparing for your Java interviews and coding interviews. So please subscribe to this channel now. So let's look into the Polycarp's practice problem statement first, then we'll look into some examples and we'll formulate our solution for this problem. Polycarp is practicing his problem solving skill. He has a list of n problems with difficulties A1, A2 to AN respectively. His plan is to practice for exactly k days. Each day he has to solve at least one problem from his list. Polycarp solves the problems in the order they are given in his list. He cannot skip any problem from his list. He has to solve all the n problems in exactly k days. Thus, each day Polycarp solves a contiguous sequence of means consecutive problems from the start of the list. He cannot skip problems or solve them multiple times. As a result, in k days he will solve all the n problems. The profit of the jth day of Polycarp's practice is the maximum among all the difficulties of the problems Polycarp solves during the jth day. That is, if he solves problems with indices from L to R during a day, then the profit of the day is maximum between that L to R range, right? So that's what the profit is. So, so as you can see, they have given this one example where they have n is equal to 8. So these are 8 different numbers and k is equal to 3, right? So, um, so for example, let's say if he is solving these first three problems in the first day, right? Then what they are saying is the profit will be the maximum number in these first 3 days, which is 5, right? So 5 will be the profit. So that's what they are saying. The total profit of his practice is the sum of the profits over all k days of the practice. You want to help Polycarp to get maximum possible total profit over all valid days to solve problems. Your task is to distribute all n problems between k days, satisfying the condition above in such a way that total profit should be maximum. So they have given us this one example. So let's do one thing. Let's just take this example on whiteboard. So as you can see, n is here number of tasks, k is number of days, right? So there are n is number of problems. So 8 problems he has to solve in 3 days basically, right? So let's take this on whiteboard. So it's easier to explain this on whiteboard. Um, so if you can see, these are the difficulty levels of the problems, right? So these are the levels already given to us. So first we will solve this problem visually and then we will develop a algorithm, right? So for example, if we have to capture like so let's say he is solving these first three problems in the first day, right? Then he can get maximum score 5 here, right? After that, if he is solving, let's say for example he is solving these three problems in the next day, he will get maximum score 6, which is maximum in these three basically, right? And then if he is solving these last two problems in the third day, he will get maximum score 9 from it, right? Because maximum will be maximum in 2 and 9, which is 9. So if you calculate this total, 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 9 is equal to 20, right? So 20, we have to output this. This is the maximum, for example, maximum profit that he can make during this. If we put like this kind of, like if he solves these problems in k days in this way, then he can make 20 profit. And we have to, what they are expecting after this, in next line we have to put how many problems he solved, right, in this sequence. So for example, first he solved 3 problems, correct? Then he solved another 3 problems in the next day, and he solved another 2 problems, right, at the third day. So total 3 3 2 he solved, right? So total 8 problems he solved. So he solved all the problems, right? And he cannot skip any problem basically, right? So he is not skipping any problem. He is solving contiguous problem, correct? So it's like in sequence, right? So this answer is like the maximum profit is unique. Let's say for example 20, right? But the thing is he can choose any sequence. For example, now let's say let's just take this one again. So these are the problems we have been given, right? So 6, 5, then 1, then 9, and then 2, right? So now I'll show you another problem solving where he will pick problems, but he will get the same profit, but he can solve in different sequence, right? So for example, now if he is choosing again, let's say for example, if he choose first 3, right? So now first 3 he got a profit 5 again, right? Now instead of this 2, sorry, instead of this 3, he can choose this 2 also, right? Still he will get profit 6 here. And he will, if he is choosing this 3 here on the third day, still he will get profit 9. So if you calculate, the total profit is again 20, right? 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 9 is 20, but the number of problems he solved in day is different. For example, in this case he solved 3 problems in first day, he solved 2 problems in second day, and he solved 3 problems in third day. So this one is different than this one, right? Basically, so this is, both answers are correct. So as you can see in the problem, see, they have given us here that if there are many possible answers, you may print any of them. So answer can be many possible answers is a possibility, as I shown you here in this example, right? So total profit is still same, but the problems he is solving in the ith day basically can be different, right? So that is what is they already told us here. So so this is the example that we just saw already. So now let's go ahead and I'll just remove this from whiteboarding, so we can use this whiteboard again, and now we will formulate our solution, how we are going to solve this problem using algorithm, right? So what we will do to solve this problem using algorithm is we will first sort this array. So once we sort this array, the array will become like this, right? So sorted array will become like this. And what we will do is, apart from sorting, when we are sorting, we are going to capture the index of that position also, right? So for example, let me show you here. So after sorting, it will get 1, and the position for the 1 is so these are the positions, right? 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So these are the total 8 elements, these are the positions. So one position is 5, so we will have a mapping, right? So the position is 5 in the sorted order. So second element is 2, 2 has a position 2, correct? 2 has position 2. After that, the next position is again 2, right? This one. So in this case, what happens is it will actually sort it basically. So the more position will come later. So 2 will come first, then 2 7 will come, right? So after 2, then there is no 3, then 4 is there, right? So 4 is there. So 4 is at position 1, then 5 is at position 0, then 6 is at position 3, and then 7 is there is no 7, so 9 is at position 6, and 7, 8, 9, right? So 9 is at position 6. So these are the sorted order of the numbers, right? Number of problem difficulties basically, but now we are capturing the index as well. So we already got this after sorting, right? So this is the sorted order. Now what we will do is we are going to pick the last k, right? Last k we will pick. So last three we will pick here. So this is the last three, right? Oh, so sorry, I forgot this. So 5 also is 4, right? So after 5 0, sorry, I'll write it here. So 5 4 is also there, right? So there are two 5's. So 5 0 will come first and then 5 4 will come. So the k will be these three basically we will choose, right? K means 3, means these are the three we will choose. So after we choose this, what we will do is we will first sum these things, right? 5 plus 6 plus 9. So we already getting the total profit, maximum profit 20 here. So that is how we will get the total profit and we will print it. And after that, we have to print how many problems he is solving, right? So for that, we will first take the so 5 4, right? So we will go and we will take this position of 5 4. So this one we will take, and this is how many problem he is solving, let's say for example, right? Because 5 4 means he solved 5 problems in the beginning, right? All these 5 problems he solved. So we can print 5 here. After that, the 6 3 means um, so actually we have to get the 6 3 first, right? Because he is actually solving the 6 3 problem first. So these problems he solved here, correct? He solved these problems here. So these are 4 problems he solved. So he got so 4 problems he solved here. After that, he solved means we got this position 3 and we will subtract from 0. So total 3 minus 0 plus 1. So total 4 elements, right? So 4. After that, we will go to the 5 4 position. So and we will capture the previous position as 3, right? Because 3 is the previous position we will capture here, right? And next time we will get 5 4. So we will go and we will pick up this 5 4, right? 5 4. So only one element we will pick up here basically, right? 5 4. So 4 minus 3, because previous was 3. So I'll just write down previous here. So in the beginning previous remains 0. After that, when we are choosing here 6 3, right? Then previous will become 3. And after that, when we are picking up 5 4, then previous will become 4, and the difference between 4 and 3 will be the problem he solved, right? So 4 and 1. So he solved problem 4 and 1. And now after that we will go to 9 6, right? So 9 6 means um, he has solved basically all these problems. So all these remaining problems he has solved basically, right? So 3 problems he solved. So this is how we can solve this problem. So this is the logic to solve this problem. So let's take a look at the Java solution for this problem. So it will be more clear to you. So first thing is I created a pair class, as you can see, and it is implementing comparable interface. So it has two values, x and y, and we are first we will compare based on y. If y are same, we have to compare based on x, right? For example, why we are doing it? Because in this example, so let me just remove this. So it's a lot of clutter, so let me remove this. So now in this example there are two files, right? But with different indices. So in this case, in the sorted order, this will come first and this will come after that basically, right? 5 0 will come first and 5 4 will come after 5 0. So that's what we are doing here when we are implementing compare to method, right? Otherwise we will just use y for the sorting. Y means the value, right? Value. X is the index. So this is the input that is given to us. N is equal to 8, which is the number of 8 elements. K is equal to 3, means total 3 days. So first we will go through this input and we will create the array of pairs, right? And then we will just sort this array of pairs. So what we will get after sorting is this one, right? I showed you here. So this is what we will get after sorting is done. So this one we have we will get the maximum at the end after sorting, right? So that's what we are doing first. After that we will create another array called as pairs, and this is only k basically k number of pairs, right? Because for example only for 3 days we will create 3 pairs here, and we will take the last three. So what we are doing is, as you can see here, we are starting from I is equal to n minus 1. I is greater than n minus k and I minus minus. So what it does is, it is basically we are picking the last three, as I highlighted with this blue color, right? So these are the last three we are picking. So after that we are going to sort the pairs. So once we pick it, we will sort these pairs, right? So how we will sort it? So after sorting it will look like this, right? So 5 4, then 6 3, and then 9 6, right? So this is how it will look like after sorting. And after that we'll create one sum variable, and we will first, what, after sorting we will just take the sum of these elements, right? This is pair basically, right? 4 is one pair, 6 3 is another pair, 9 6 is another pair, and pair means value and index, right? So this one we will take and we will sum it up, so it will become 20 basically, right? 20. So after that, so we will just print the sum, and after that we will take a prev pair. Prev pair is the 0 0 basically, right? And then we will go through these pairs one by one. So let's go through it. So this is clear, right? 20. Now we will have one prev variable, right? So prev is 0 in the beginning. So we will go through these pairs now. So let's just first execute this code snippet and print it. So 413 it is getting, right? So 413 it is getting. So 20 is 20 is total profit, and we are getting 4 comma 1 comma 3. So these are the problems he is going to solve every day. So what we are now going to do is 5 4, right? So previous 0, so we will just do 4 minus 0. So 4 minus 0 problem he will solve. So total 4 problem he is solving, right? So 4 we will print, and we will update prev to 4, right? Because 4 is the position that we are on basically, right? So 4 in the position we are on, right? After that 6 3 means 6 3 means we will actually solve only one problem in that, right? So for first four problem he solved here, correct? So these 4 problems he solved. Now next time, because this is the maximum he will get, right? 6 from these problems, and 6 3 he is getting, correct? 6 3 he is getting. After that he will get the next one, which is 5, right? So 5 4 he will get. So 4 minus 3 we will get, right? So actually the sorting will be, this sorting will be based on the pair sorting will be based on this one, right? So 6 3 will be, so this is not right actually. So 6 3 should be the before 5 4, right? 6 3 should be before 5 4. So let me just rewrite this thing. So let me just erase this, right? So let me just quickly erase this, because the sorting of the pairs, so let's just quickly, let me just check it out. So 6 4 will be before basically, right? So 6 4 is before. So actually let me just remove this thing, because this is, okay. So now let's go through it one more time. So what it means is, first it will give us, in the sorting order of the pair, it will give us 6 4, right? So this index is actually one based, we have to take, we are taking one based index. So this one 0 is not, sorry, 6 3 is not correct. This is 1 base, so it is actually 6 4, right? This is 0 based I put here, but actually we are going to take 1 based index, right? Because the position we are have to output is based on that. Our logic is based on 1 bit based index. So 6 4 will be there. After that, the 5 4 means 5 5 will be there, correct? 5 5, and after that 9, right? 9 and 7, right? 9 is 6 means 7, correct? 9 7. So which means that uh, when previous is 0, it is 0 minus 4 minus 0 is 4. So he is going to solve first 4 problems. These first 4 problems he will solve. After that, he is going to solve the one problem, right? This number 5. Number 5, right? He will get number 5. He will get score 5. And after that, he will, like, we will update the prev to 5, and after that he has to solve all these remaining problems, right? These are the three remaining problems he has to solve. So 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 3 is equal to total 8 problems he is going to solve, right? For the last day he has to solve all the problems, right? So that's what we are doing here. So sum we are clear until sum. So in the prev we will create a pair with 0 0, and we only have three pairs, for example in this example, right? So we will start with 0 and we will go through each pair, and we will just say p dot y minus previous dot y, right? So that is what we have to print, because y is the index, right? Y is the index, we have to take the index here. So index we are taking, correct? So for 6 index is 4, so for 5 index is 5, right? Like that. And for the last one, so this is less than, so these are only as you can see, these are first two pairs here we have done, right? For last one he has to put all the, he has to solve all the remaining problems. What I mean to say is, once we are done with this 6 and 5, for the last one he has to actually solve all the remaining problems, right? Because there are only 3 days given. So once 2 days are done, then whatever is remaining he will solve on the last day. So 3 days, three problems, right? So let's go ahead and take a execute this code snippet for the problem. So as you can see, 20 is the correct answer and 413 is the correct answer. As I explained you here, 413 is correct answer. So this is how you can solve Codeforces problem, Polycarp's practice. Also, let's take another big example. So this is one example. So let's take this example. So here there are 10 problems and number of days are 4, right? So let me just actually take this as an input and we'll just execute this code snippet first against this new input, and we'll make sure that it also works, and then we'll see how it is getting the answer. So 33 4213 it is giving us, right? 33 4213, right? 4213. So this is what it is giving us. So if you look at this, so first if we sort it, right? So what we will get after sorting? So 2 2, right? So let me just write down the index here, right? One based index. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, right? So this is one based index we are taking. So the smallest is 2 3 will come first here. So 2 3 is coming first, right? After that, so we are done with this. Again now 2 8 will come after that, right? 2 8. So 2 8 is here. After that 3 9 is there, right? 3 9. So 3 9 we are done, right? After that 4 2 is there. So 4 2 we will take. So there are another 4 also. So let's take these 4. So 4 5 will come after that. So 4 5 will come after 4 2, right? So after this 5 1 will come. So 5 1 will come after this. So 5 we are done. So after this 6 4 will come. So let's go ahead and take a 6 4. 6 4 will come. So 6 we are done, right? After that there is no 7. 8 6 is there, so I'll just write down here. So 8 6 is there, so 8 we are done. Now 9 7 is there, so 9 7 is there. So this is the pair, right? So value and then the position, and 10 10 is there after that, right? So 10 10. So number of days we are given is 4, so it means that we will take the top 4, right? So these 4s we will take. So these are 3 and this is 1, so total 4 we will take. And after that we have to we will just solve this again, right? So after that, as you can see, so first 4 we will take. So pre will be 0 in the beginning, right? Pre is 0, so 4 minus 0 is 4, so we get 4 here. So he will solve these first 4 problems, right? So let me highlight this. So this first 4 problems he is solving. After that he will solve 6 minus 4, right? Because pre will become 4 here. So 6, this 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2. So 2 problems he is solving here. The previous will become 6, correct? So he solved in the next round he is solving these 2 problems, right? After that 7 minus 6. So 7 minus 6 is one problem he is solving here. So the pre becomes 7, right? And he solved the one problem, correct? This one problem he solved. Now at the last day, because k is 4, now we already solved for 3 days, he has to pick up all the remaining problems. So all the remaining means 3, so he is solving 3 problems, right? Now if you look at the profit here, so 6 will be the maximum here, 8 is maximum, 9 is maximum, and 10 is maximum. So 10 plus 9 is 19, plus 8 is 27, plus 6 is equal to 33, right? So this is how total 33 profit he is making, right? So this is the logic to solve Codeforce's Polycarp's practice problem. If you are new to my channel, on my channel you will find Codeforce's dedicated playlist is there. A lot of Codeforce's problems are solved and explained with whiteboarding session, examples, and Java code. So you can take a look at those problems. Also there is a big playlist regarding the coding problems called as LeetCode and LeanCode solutions. Those are the coding problems previously asked by big tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many others. And those are very important coding questions varieties that will give you wide range of varieties that are very important in coding questions. And most of the times you will see a lot of questions coming from that varieties. And those varieties consist of BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, binary search tree related coding interview questions, coding interview questions related to linked list strings, binary search, optimization problems using priority queue, dynamic programming problems, data structures related problems related to set, map, queue, stacks. All these kind of varieties you will find solved and explained for easier understanding on my channel. The goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible in their Java J2 interviews and in their coding interviews. Some people find it difficult to solve different coding interviews, so for them, they can look into these videos and learn from these videos how to approach different coding problems and how to use Java data structures, Java code APIs, Java libraries to solve different varieties of coding problems, and they can get helped by watching these videos. So if you like this content, if you like this video, and if it is helpful, then please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel, because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. They can also learn and solve these coding problems, and they can also get help during their interview preparation. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share this video with your friends and colleagues. I'm gonna give you the link of my GitHub account where you will find the Java solution for this solved problem. You can also take the code from there, practice it using Eclipse with different varieties of unit test cases for your better understanding. And thanks for watching this video.